You know, in Southeast Asia, there is public indoor boy circumcision like khitan or Tuli, where numerous or bunch of boy will get his pants stripped down, bottomless at public indoor, where many audience can see it, and the opposite sex, female of all age, can feel free to watch boy penis or adolescent boy penis getting cut. Some male or female audience can feel free to photos or record it and put it on internet. There is tons and tons of picture of boy bottomless or teenager boy bottomless getting his dick cut at internet, tons of it, right? Even at Tuli, like it is a female learner who cut the dick, you know. And when I say like, hey, do this unfair to boy, for example, like it is objectification if you put the picture of bottomless boy or bottomless teenager boy on internet, or some boy can stress, you know, if knowing that his bottomless picture can be at internet forever, or like some boy do feel uncomfortable getting softly forced or manipulated by society to do circumcision. Even shy boy will more uncomfortable, must do it at public indoor where many female can see it. Yet the usual response from mainstream, especially sex-negative feminists, like, oh, somehow it's not objectification to put boy bottomless picture or getting circumcised at internet, or oh, somehow society don't manipulate that boy, or somehow the boy is tough, so he is okay even when knowing his naked picture getting circumcised exists at internet. But when the sexes were reversed, for example, Emosi, the YouTuber who defend pedophile and get countered by sex-negative feminists, of course I don't defend pedophile, okay? But I want to show you the double standard mentality that sex-negative feminists or mainstream have.
Legal, except that the internet is forever, except that they're being taken advantage of, except that they don't necessarily understand the magnitude nor the ramifications of their actions fully, and to let them do something so stupid so early in their life that would haunt them the rest of their life would be irresponsible at the least and sinister at the most. Don't believe me? Have a study. Easy access to CP on P2P networks may increase the harm to victims of child pornography production when they have to live with the knowledge that their images are publicly available and easily accessible to P2P users.
Why should it be illegal? In the US, for producing child porn, an adult gets a minimum of 15 years in prison and a maximum of 30. That is fucking insane.
Usually the kid has been kidnapped, abused, raped, doesn't consent, or isn't even old enough to understand exactly the ramifications of what's going on.
If you see the conversation, you see the feminists easily know that child porn is illegal, manipulate the child, and the child can stress knowing their picture at internet forever. But when we come to boy circumcision, suddenly people's perception change. You know, somehow it's okay if boy or teenager boy bottomless picture getting circumcised uploaded at internet. Somehow the boy don't get manipulated by society. Somehow no boy get stressed knowing his bottomless picture getting circumcised are at internet forever because his parent or other upload it, right? There do exist a boy who stress knowing his bottomless picture at internet forever. When I am younger, my parents, when I am a kid, my parents ask me whether I want to get circumcised, and even when I am a kid, I already feel violated, you know, because I know I will get my pants stripped, and female can see it, something like that. Fortunately, I don't get circumcised, I think. But it's just example that there is some boy who can get stressed. Okay, my friend said he looked at internet where there is a man who comment that he stressed because when kid get circumcised publicly and his female friend can see it. So it do exist a boy who can get stressed. Somehow, if you still try to excuse like, oh, no boy stress at all, yeah, of course, because it super normalized, you know. Even the gender studies, the movement who work on gender equality cannot understand that boy circumcision give unfairness to boy too.
Enough to understand exactly the ramifications of what's going on.
Even worse is most countries criminalize simply possessing child pornography.
I don't think you understand how incredibly insidious the child porn industry is. It's certainly not Pornhub. There's not that much regulation except for what the federal government can do, and even then, it's kind of hard to regulate the internet, and not just separate websites. As I said, the internet is forever. While some child sexual abuse images depict children in great distress and sexual abuse is self-evident, other images may depict children that appear complacent. It is common for producers of child pornography to groom their victims. That's when they manipulate their victims into thinking that this is okie dokie, or cultivate a relationship with the child and gradually sexualize the contact over time. The grooming process fosters a false sense of trust and authority over a child in order to desensitize or break down a child's resistance to sexual abuse. Therefore, even if a child appears complacent in a particular image, it is important to remember that the abuse may have started years before the image was created. And finally, many victims of child pornography suffer from feelings of helplessness, fear, humiliation, and the lack of control, given that their images are available for others to view in perpetuity. All of my links are in the description if you should like to check them.
Seeing again their conversation, the feminists know very well that child porn, which include girl, can make the child feel helplessness, you know, and it's of course manipulate the child to feel okie dokie and other harmful thing, right? So I'm waiting for feminists or society to speak up the same to boy circumcision. Okay, boy circumcision do manipulation from society to force softly boy join circumcision even at public, and there do exist a boy who gets stressed and feel more helplessness, I think, because circumcision are fucking very normalized. Even gender studies and religion doesn't know that circumcision give unfairness to boy. Okay. Here are just one example where a boy circumcision picture can exist at internet. and there is tons of other picture of boy circumcision on internet, some even not censored. Okay, and also imagine if the sexes were reversed in this picture, right? And I think a female who upload boy circumcision pic can get away with it. If society know that child porn is harmful, why they all act like boy circumcision picture on internet is an isolated incident? And also, actually, I have many other evidence of picture of boy circumcision on internet, but like I lazy to just show you one by one, you know. But it do numerous, and I think maybe if I make another circumcision satire video, I can show you the other evidence that I have.